Hey everyone, it's Keela here for Soy and Shea, and thank you so much for joining me for today's video where we're going to go and make dark wood soap. Now, it's been a while since I have made soap. If you've been following along on the vlogs, you will know why. And I have finally kicked my butt into gear and decided we've got to start making soaps because I've realized my drawer of soaps is getting really, really low and the shelves are getting pretty sparse too. So I'm going to jump in and just make a couple of really simple soaps. So no high decorative tops or anything, just simply making a loaf of soap and pouring it in. And the first one I'm going to tackle is this dark woods. I'm hoping it's going to go nice and smooth for me because generally when I have a bit of a break from soaping, things don't go very well. So let's keep our fingers crossed and we'll go and check out how I make dark woods. Let's go. All right, so let's jump into making this first bar of soap, and I'm just going to keep these as very simple, just part of my limited edition, so no heavy decorations or anything like that. I'll just get myself gently back into the soap making process. I have just put my lye water in and I'm just going to give this a bit of a mix and then we'll split it up for the colour and get it ready for the fragrance. That is looking pretty good. I have two pots over here. In this one here, I have got some Sahara mica, which I've had from off of my Micro Obsession range at Heirloom Body Care. And then in here I have some black oxide and we're just going to pour off little bits to do some swirls through the soap. And then into the big container I am going to put my favorite green. I'm going for some of the elusive. This is going to be a bit more of a male orientated soap, but I tell you what, it smells so good. I think I'm going to keep a bar of it for myself. So let's pop in a good amount of that one, give them a mix and see what the colours look like. So I'm pretty happy with how those colours are coming together. We're going to add in our fragrance and hopefully it's going to behave. It is called Oud Wood and Dark Vanilla. It's got 1.5% vanillin in it, so hopefully it will discolour or at least darken a little bit. But hopefully not too much. It smells really good. It's got things like bergamot, coriander leaf, sage, nutmeg, patchouli, oud, and of course vanilla in it. It's a real masculine sort of smell, but it really is quite nice as well. I think I got it in because I was thinking about putting it into the men's cologne range and then I just decided I wanted to make a soap. So that's what we're going to do. And oh, that has done what I wanted it to do. Let's hope it stays that way, not jinx ourselves too much. But it has thinned out my soap batter, which is really good. Now it has in my big bucket here, as it's pulled back up to the top of the soap, it has taken on like a slightly brownish tinge, not too much, just a slight brownish tinge. And I know that Lee over at Wicked Lee Goods, she has a bit of a theory that when it turns really brown, like that initial sort of pour in, that's when it generally turns your soap into a disgusting brown. So I think we might get just a slight darkening of this soap, which will be perfect and will really fit the whole mood. But so far, oh yeah, still nice and fluid there. So far, so good. All right, so it is playing really, really well, which is going to change, I think, how I was going to do the pour. I was going to try and do a curly whirly, but I actually think this is way too thin to get a curly whirly. I think we'll just end up with almost a muddied mess if I try and do it. So I think we might just go for, well, we're definitely going to go for it now, a standard drop pour in here. I'm going to get my big bucket scraped out. What I'm thinking, because I love cleaning up soap dishes, let's do a whatever pour that was into that jug, rather than just doing a standard sort of drop in here. I'll just try and get those colours just to at least swirl a little bit. So let's get these jugs scraped out like so. Get that rest of that back. That black colouring's come up so lovely. It probably doesn't really show on the camera, but it's so shiny. I know it won't be shiny when it goes into the soap, but it does look really pretty while it's in this state. Let's get that cleaned out as well. Actually, we will scrape all of that out. I was going to save some back to go on the top of the soap, but I'm sure there'll be some in this jug. That's that bit done. So let's just drop pour in here, and I'm going to move this into my center of the bench. I have discovered that there are a couple of problems. My benches do dip down in the middle, and there's also a dip going this way. So let's just make it nice and level, and then start pouring in this watercolor here and get a nice drop. And I'm contemplating whether to put the hanger in as well. I'm contemplating it. Let's do it. Hopefully that hasn't muddied it, because this is just, I can't believe how fluid this has gone. I really have actually put off using this scent for so long in the soap, because I really do think it is going to I thought it would discolor badly, and then I've thought that it will probably actually race and do lots of naughty things as well, but it's so well behaved, it really is. I'm just going to finish popping this, what's in here, on the top, and then I'll get the chopstick and just do a little bit of a swirly. I don't think there was any brown left. All right, so I have changed my mind. I am actually going to leave that as is for two reasons. The first is because quite often I do a top like this, I put the chopstick through it, and then I actually don't like the look of it. And the second reason is, as I was putting it on, I thought this actually looks like brambles or thickets when you go into a forest and you see all those tangled wood pieces, all, you know, that you can't get through, all the brambles. And I thought that really just adds to the whole dark wood sort of atmosphere. So I'm going to leave it as is. I'm going to leave it set up overnight, and we'll be back in just a moment and we'll take a look at the inside. All right, it is the next day and we're ready to cut into our dark wood soap, and it is smelling so good as well. I can already tell that the green has got a slightly yellowish tinge to it, and hopefully that's about all it's going to do with that color change. But when this one actually has fully cured, I will pop pictures up onto the website, Instagram, and all those sort of things, so you can actually see how much this one does change color then. And sometimes we can get a bit of an indication when we cut it open, and we can see if there's any color change there. Just had to stop then because I had a customer come in. But oh, that's the end piece. I don't normally show the end piece, but I do like that piece there. I can see there is that slight color discoloration, and hopefully it will go all the way through the soap. If I just grab another piece, you can kind of see how it's a little bit more yellow on this one than it is on this piece. And sometimes that does indicate that it is going to change color, and it could just darken, or it could just be that the top has gone that color during that sort of saponification process and being exposed to that little bit more air. Sometimes I've had it do that and it doesn't change color as well, but I can tell you this is smelling absolutely amazing. I'm really liking this this scent in the soap, and I'm loving those swirls. I'm so pleased that I poured the two colors into one pot before pouring it into the mold, and that's how you end up with them kind of like mingled into each other a lot more. And I'm really pleased that I put that hanger through it as well, just to get that swirly movement through it, and had just enough swirls in there to not muddy the design. Oh, it's just, I wish you could smell it. It is just so strong. It has absolutely filled the shop up now that I've cut this one open. But this one is going to head over onto the cure rack for the next 4 to 5 weeks, and then it will go up onto the website. And in between, now that I have got my butt kicked back into gear, I will start making a few more soaps. The next one I do on here is going to be another sort of plain soap without the big decorations on it, just as I'm starting to kind of really get back into it. I don't typically film the soaps that I do like this. I usually only film the decorative ones, but let me know if you do want to see more of this style of soap that doesn't have the decorations and just the nice swirls through them. But thank you so much for coming along with me today. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, why not leave me a comment down below and a thumbs up. And until the next video, I hope you have a good one, and I will see you then. Bye.